Hello students, welcome again. We are here for our next lecture which is on classification of measuring instrument. In our previous lecture, we see the basic definition of measurement and different process of measurement system where we have some three-stage process in which first stage process is transducer process where one form of energy is converted to another. In instrumentation, we have output of analogous from that primary stage or first stage, and in second stage, we process the signal come from the first stage as output. In third stage, we give as a recording or as a display the output of the second stage. In previous lecture, we also see the working of clinical thermometer. We also see the Bourdon gauge. In today's lecture, we start from definition of measuring instrument. The definition says that uh, the device used for comparing the unknown quantity with the unit of measurement or standard quantity is called measuring instrument. Or it can be redefined as a system which is designed to maintain functional relationship between prescribed properties of physical variable and could include the mean of communication. In previous lecture, we will see the measurement definition which say that it is a process of comparing the unknown quantity and known quantity, and device used for such measurement is called measuring instrument. In classification of measurement system, first is mechanical instrument, second is electrical instrument, third is electronic instrument. The electronic instrument and mechanical instrument will does not be included in our syllabus, so we only focus on electrical instruments. Electrical instruments are further be divided into absolute and secondary direct, and further secondary direct is further divided into analog and digital instruments, and analog instrument further divided into deflected instrument and null deflection, where deflection instrument further divided on three parts: indicating instrument, recording instrument and integrating instrument. This all type of classification we study in our today's lecture. First, go through the basic classification of measuring instrument which we provided in the previous slide, which is mechanical instrument, electronic instrument and electrical instrument. First, we talk about the mechanical instrument. Mechanical instruments are those instruments which are reliable, very reliable. They only used for static and stable condition. They does not be used for any dynamic and transient condition. Like we have uh, gauge meters, where you have to find the diameter of any particular wire, or you have to find the radius of any wire, or some other purposes. Such type of measurement or mechanical instruments are only used for static purposes, as they have mechanical part. After some long time of period, they require some type of repairment. So we does not prefer mechanical instrument in day-to-day lives. Second is electrical instrument, what we talk about in our syllabus. Electrical instrument basically make from mechanical parts or also from the electronic part like ICs. This electrical instrument are mixture of mechanical, electronic and electrical parts. So we said that this electrical instrument uh, can be more rapid than mechanical method of instrumentation, as this electrical instrumentation can also be used in the dynamic process, and this type of electrical instrumentation normally depend on mechanical meter movement as indicating device. Some of the electrical instrumentation instruments are shown in your slide, where you have voltmeter, ammeters, you have some PMC meters, MI meters. We have some energy meters also in form of electrical instrument measuring system. Next type of measurement instrument in our classification is electronic instrument. As we specifically say that this type of electronic instruments are more fast response than our electrical instrument and mechanical instrument. One of the best example for such type of instrument is CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. They give the response in very few nanoseconds, so they can always be used in such type of dynamic and transient changes. Now further move from it, as we see in our classification, electrical instrumentation, which we only be focusing on in our syllabus, is further divided into two parts, which is absolute instrument and second is secondary instrument. When we talk about the absolute instrument, which is our part of electrical instrumentation, it is only be used for calibration processes or make as a standard value. They are also called primary instrument or indirect instrument. This type of instrument are not required to compare with some standard values. The best example of which is tangent galvanometer. This type of galvanometers are used where you have to be provided the calibration process. The tangent galvanometer, the basic principle is that uh, you have to be use the earth magnetic field north and south pole as one of the references, and whenever you provide the current coil in your tangent galvanometer which having some magnetic field perpendicular to our earth magnetic field, providing that a magnetic field or resultant magnetic field will form between two, which will be pointed by a pointer in our tangent galvanometer. Such type of measurement be used in tangent galvanometer which cannot be practiced in our usual life, or they can be really used for commercial purposes. Second type of instrument which broadly used in our electrical instrumentation, which is secondary instrument. This type of instrument requires some calibration. This calibration is being provided by our primary instrument, which is our absolute instrumentation. As I said, this type of instrumentation are only used for calibration purposes or standard purposes. This standard are given by our primary instrument. Okay. So this type of secondary instrument are also called direct instruments, as the magnitude of electric quantity directly measured by our this type of devices, not indirect means. So they are called direct instrument. One of the examples of, like, you use the analog voltmeters, analog ammeters, you use the energy meters, you have to use some megers in your day-to-day lives. So they are the example of secondary instrumentation process. This type of secondary instrumentations are further divided into two types, which is deflection instrumentation and null diffraction, which we also be provided in our next slide. Again, this secondary direct instrumentation will further divided according to our classification in our analog instrumentation and digital instrumentation. When we talk about the analog instrumentation provide that whenever gives some input, like you give pressure, when you give type of any want to check current or voltage in a circuit, the analog instrumentation give the output or indication in form of scale, or say analog scale. As you see in the picture, these are the analog scales which you see. It is like this is our fuel gauge. Sorry, this is our speedometer, which will be shown in figure, which we use to measure the speed of any bike or anything. It is in form of scales provided here. This is our ammeter, this is voltmeter, this is a our fuel gauge, which will measure that how much fuel is has been in your tank. So such type of indication or such type of output in form of analog are used in our analog instrumentation. This type of analog instrumentation are continuous in fashion and they have continuous number of values. But most importantly, the most important part of analog instrument is that they does not give you the specific or precise value of any value. Like you see in our one of the instrumentation, like you see in this voltmeter, you have to be when you have to measure some voltage value in range of like 300 to 400 value. Okay, so there are 10 pointers, so the minimum value you have to measure from this is around 310. Okay, or you can measure 390. you does not measure you does not measure the smallest values, like you does not measure 39.93. You does not measure such value like decimal point values. You does not be measured by using some analog meters. They does not give you the precise value of such your indications. So for that, for such type of measurement, or for such type of precise measurement or indication, we will use the digital instrumentation, which can give you the values in form of points also. As you see, some of the values are until 2 decimal points. This is a pH meter. You will see also there are some other, like you have voltmeter where you see the some reading of 2 to 8.20 also. So you can get the meter reading in case of 2 decimal or 3 decimal also. So we say that this type of digital instrumentation system uh, give the signals that are very in the discrete step, having the finite number of different values in given range, and most importantly, they have high accuracy and high speed of operation. One of the example are digital meters. Again, the classification of our instrumentation will further provided by our analog instrumentation. As I say, analog instrumentation give the output in form of scales from the scale purposes. This type of analog instrument are made from electrical and mechanical parts. This type of analog instruments are been further divided in form of null type instrument and deflection type instrument. When we talk about null type instrument, this you used to, or you can see in your previous standards, where you see some Wheatstone bridge whose working principle is based on null deflection. Whenever you have to be find the unknown resistance in the any circuit or a bridge, you have to be balance the bridge. Whenever the bridge, like you see in PRQS, whenever the bridge is balanced like PR is equal to QS, then the ammeter shown in figure detect the zero current or null current in its meter. So you have to find the unknown resistance like S in the circuit. Such type of working of instrument are called null type instrument. One of the example you also see is DC potentiometer, where you also want to know the unknown resistance in the value. This type of null type instrument are more accurate and highly sensitive compared to deflection types instrument. The deflection type of instrument are mostly used in our lab and calibration and testing purposes. This type of deflection type instrument are more being classified as PMC meters, MI meters, or EMI meters. This type of meters are have long life, can be used uh, as to measure the wattmeter as a meter as a voltmeter. As this type of meters are more balanced, as you give some precise or accurate readings in deflection type, so we use in our labs. And also this type of meters give the unknown quantity when the measuring quantity produce some physical effect which deflect or produce a mechanical displacement in the moving system of the instrument. When the deflection pointer move according to the input, some opposite effect also built in the instrument, which will oppose your mechanical displacement, which is somewhat we used to in our working of PMC and MI meter, which we see in our next lecture also, where the balance is achieved when the opposing effect is equal to a actuating cause. This type of working we will use in our PMC type meters also. We will see some detailings in our next lecture, do not worry. So you only want to see in this slide that deflection type meters are what? They give you the deflection in form of pointer moving whenever some input is given to a system. They have three types: PMC, MI and AMI, which is on our syllabus. Next type of instrument were further classified in the deflection type instrument are indicating instrument, recording instrument and integrating instrument. When we start with the our indicating type instrument, they only use for indicating something, like they point towards some gateway dial, like you have I will show you some voltmeter ammeter in our previous slide, where the pointer move in some R scales and point towards some values. Such type of instrument are called indicating instrument. This reading only give the value whenever we you will give some input to it. Whenever there is no input to it, this type of pointer show the zero position. Some of the great examples are ammeter, voltmeter, which we'll see in our labs also. Second type of such type secondary instrument are recording instruments. This type of recording instruments you only see in your when you go through ECG or you go for X-ray. X-ray and ECG are one of the type of instrumentation or measuring process. Okay, but they also record it. Whenever the recording process and measuring process are same, such type of instrument are called recording instrument. They keep a continuous record of some variation of magnitude. This time of recording instrument display the reading as per time of measurement. You will generally use this type of instrument in generation station and substation also. Third and last type of instrument, and very interesting one, which will detail in our particular syllabus, which is integrating type instrument. Usually you see in your building you use as an energy meter. Usually best example of it, where the energy meter will measure the total amount of either quantity, which is usually a power, integrate your total power of electricity over a period of a time and show you in form of digital way or analog way. Such type of instrument are the integrating instrument, which will give the value over a period of time. Such type of integrating instrument display, record and add the numerical values as per time of system. More of example are ampere, hour meters are the example of integrating instruments. Lastly, we have conclusion. In conclusion, we will see our most of the slide about the classification of instrument, where in classification first is measuring instrument definition, which will have three part: mechanical instrument, electrical instrument and electronic instrument, in which will we see that the electrical instrument are further classified at absolute and secondary direct, where we use only electrical instrument as in our syllabus firstly, and secondly our electrical instrumentation instrument are made of our mechanical and electrical both. They are not much accurate than electronic instrument, but they are used as they are used for dynamic purposes. As we see, the electronic instrument are most faster than our electrical instrument, as they have some ICs or some they have some analog uh, elements are used in them. Next two classification are absolute indirect and secondary direct. In absolute direct indirect, we see that they are only used for calibration, as secondary direct are mostly used in our electrical instrumentation. They are further be divided into analog instrument and digital instrument, where the analog instrument are the indicating type or scaling type instrument, which will be further divided into type of deflection type instrument and null deflection. Null deflection only show the or give the measurement whenever the null value is detected in your instrument, where deflection type instrument point toward the value which will given by your input, where deflection instrument are further be divided in three parts: indicating instrument, recording instrument and integrating instrument. Up till now, thank you. In our next lecture, we will see the static and dynamic characteristic of the R system. Thank you.